Hi, this is Terry with Average Joe's Bowfishing. I wanted to go over some basic bowfishing equipment with you today. Show you a couple different type of bows, some different accessories that you'll need for your bow to start out bowfishing. This will be extremely helpful if you're new to bowfishing. You're not sure where to start, maybe not sure how to set up your bow. There'll be some good information that I'll give you to help you get started. We'll go over a couple of things that that we feel that is important maybe to think about having in your boat with you. So we'll start out by, there's two main different types of bows that you would use for bow fishing. You can use a recurve, just like this one here. Those are very nice for quick snapshots. Quick shots in bow fishing is sometimes very important. There's also a compound bow. There's different bows that are set up specific for bow fishing. They come equipped with reels. Generally, youth bows are very good bows. They're lightweight. Lightweight bows are nice because you don't get fatigued when you carry them, you know, when you're holding them for a few hours if you're going out at night, so, or even during the day. Compound bows, generally you want a lighter pound bow. You want, you know, maybe 20 to 30 pound draw for most of your bow fishing. If you're shooting deeper, you might turn it up a little bit more than that. Or if you're shooting for bigger fish, you might want to turn it up a little bit. But generally 20 to 30 pounds, it's very comfortable to shoot back or to pull back multiple times. If you crank it up any more than that, up 40, 50 pounds on some bows are capable of, now you're pushing that arrow into some muck, some dirt, and it's very, very difficult in a lot of cases to pull that arrow back out if you miss the fish. So generally the 20 to 30 pounds is more than enough to penetrate the fish to make sure that you can bring that fish in. So that's it for some bows. We're going to go over, there's two main different types of reels that are used. This is an AMS retriever reel right here. This reel is very, very lightweight, and it's very easy for, especially for new shooters, for any shooter really. But you don't have to think about it. You just pull back, shoot, the line comes out, and there's a little lever here that you would pull back to retrieve the line. Very simple, very easy to use. I've used this, the first one I used, for years, and I never had a problem with it. There's also a spin cast type reel that you can mount on the front of your bow, similar to a standard fishing reel, but it's bigger and it's made a little bit more robust for bow fishing. This is a reel seat that would mount to the stabilizer hole in the front of your bow, and you would just need that to mount that type of reel on it. So a couple different types of reels. You'll need a rest to rest that arrow. Your basic rest for hunting won't work. You know, right here we have a kind of a Teflon type slide for your rest. It's almost full capture on this one. You can also go with a whisker biscuit. Again, this is a specific whisker biscuit for bow fishing. Bow fishing arrows are very, very heavy, sometimes well over 1,000 grains for bow fishing. And a standard whisker biscuit, this arrow will fall right through it. So these fibers on here will support that arrow. Either way is a very popular. The full capture is very helpful when you're moving around the boat so that arrow doesn't come off. You'll want to consider some no gloves. These go on the string right around where you would knock the arrow, and they just make it more comfortable to pull back, more comfortable to shoot. Your fingers will tend to get a little bit numb if you don't have those on. They're very inexpensive, very easy to put on, and it's just something that is that I always put on, and it just makes it a little bit more comfortable for you. Not required, but I don't ever go out in the water without a bow or without a light on my bow. I have it set up where I have a light going through or on the side of my bow, and I can turn a switch on right by my grip on my bow. There's a lot of fish that are a little bit farther out than the boat lights, and we identify a lot of those fish, and we can move towards those fish with these lights. So again, not required, but it's a very handy, and I don't know that I'll ever go out without one of these. Very, very useful tool to have when you're out bow fishing. A couple things that I equip myself in the boat with. I'll bring some extra arrows. You never know when maybe an arrow might break off and go to the bottom of the lake. You can't pull it out. You never know when maybe a safety slide or a component on the arrow might break. go through a lot of abuse. So having some extra maybe arrow parts or some extra arrows to make it quick and easy to put a new arrow on and keep you shooting, those are very helpful. Gaffs, I have both of these style gaffs in my boat. A little gaff, you know, this is helpful for at the end of the night when I'm pulling the fish out of my barrel for disposal. Just easy to grab onto them. You can just hook them out of the barrel, pull them right out. A little bit bigger gaff with a handle. These are good for those bigger fish that you're pulling in. Get a couple arrows in them if you can, but this is a real key thing that we have always on the deck, always ready to go to pull those bigger fish up to make sure that we're able to get that fish in the boat. So a lot of these things, the reel, the arrows, the rest, there's AMS makes a kit. It comes with pretty much everything you'll need to set up a bow. You've got your rest, your arrows, your reel, even a little tutorial, a video on some bow fishing, and there's some extra parts within here as well. Just helpful to have that in a little tackle box. So this one pretty much got almost everything you need to mount to your bow to get going. I always have a case. Doesn't have to be specific like this. This is from Fin Finder. Very nice case. There's a lot of extra pockets on it. But I always put my bow in a case. It takes a beating in the bottom of the boat, and it's always good to kind of keep that in there to help protect it when you're transporting it as well. So that's just some basic information if you're getting started to kind of let you know what different options are out there. If you have any questions about bow fishing or products about bow fishing, or different ideas, don't hesitate to contact us at Average Joe's Bow Fishing. And thanks for watching.